Hello everybody and welcome back to the Oklahoma Esports League. Today we are going to be watching some Rocket League between Moore and Deer Creek. I am Jackson, joined yet again by Garrett, and we will be getting right into this match.
Yeah, already kicking it off here, being able to see Deer Creek, who is currently 4-1 in the standings, and Moore at 3-2. So Moore actually considered the home team for today, but we have started kicking off this game, getting right into it.
Yeah, fighting for that second seed, I think. If Moore does take this one away, both teams will be 4-1. Will end up being up to that round differential. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. Moore going to take some quick control of that ball, sending it over to Deer Creek side. Going to go ahead and get that out. Play-Doh going to try for something. Connor MG was for Moore. I thought that was a Deer Creek player. My bad. They do get a nice shot on that goal there. No defenders left from Deer Creek. Just a bit of a whiff on that ball, as you can see. But Moore will start this game off 1-0. I like the Jurassic Park car coming out from from Deer Creek. Only one player remaining here on the side of Deer Creek. A flick from Play-Doh, too. Already less than a minute into this game. Play-Doh already with 2 to start the match. Now that I'm realizing this, technical difficulties, the teams actually are swapped. So it's actually Deer Creek that is up 2-0. Now 3-0. Wanted to make sure that we knew. Play-Doh with 2, Connor MG with the 3rd. Deer Creek going to go ahead and start off this game 3-0. Moore looking to try to scramble back into this game.
Yeah, there's always those pros and cons of getting a stream started early, but we didn't realize the sides were flipped. But we are going to kick it off here. Deer Creek with that quick 3-0 lead in that first minute. Really impressive to see from them. I believe they lost last week in their match, making them fall to 4-1 and actually losing that #1 overall seed to Jinx currently in the league.
Yeah, PZU knocking that to Play-Doh. Rowdy going to get it out, though. Going to go ahead and follow it. Connor MG will get to it first, but it'll go onto Deer Creek side. PZU going to start dribbling this up, but will get beat to the ball by Dallas. Connor MG going to knock that one out. Dallas going to regain control of the ball here. Going to try to go off the wall, pass it into mid to Rowdy, but Play-Doh is going to get there first. Falling, going to go ahead and regain control of this ball. PZU up for it. PZU wins. Dallas over Connor MG. Rowdy there on the side, on Deer Creek side, ready to take control. Doesn't quite get to it, though. PZU over to Play-Doh. Going to bring this down. Dallas just ready to hit that out. Connor ready for it, though. Dallas going to go ahead and take that back. PZU knocking it back towards the center. Play-Doh ready for it. Does get over their head, but Rowdy was there into Dallas. Deer Creek just having such good possession right now, just continuously getting that ball towards their goal. Moore going to have to do a lot right now to try to get this ball back into their possession over on the Deer Creek side. Play-Doh going for this. Rowdy not ready for it. Play-Doh over Rowdy's head. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the match. Deer Creek already up 4.
Yeah, Moore forced to stand in that defensive positioning, all 3 in goal at one point, just not being able to fix their boost economy, and we kind of saw the shambles of it. You have that constant pressure from Deer Creek, a team we've watched before and seen their offensive pressure really hurts Moore on that booster economy, not being able to reset their rotations, and eventually we see that crumble to the ground.
Yeah, ball over on the side of Moore again. Still just kind of playing this defensive, a demolition onto Dallas. Connor MG going to go over Falling, but Falling does get a touch on it. Play-Doh going to go ahead and go back. PZU getting to that ball first. Dallas going to go ahead and regain control. PZU gets there, though. Into Play-Doh. Just over the net. Isn't able to finish, excuse me. Connor MG into mid. Dallas getting there first. Play-Doh regaining control of this, going to go ahead and air dribble this, get a little bit of a flip reset, try to make something happen. PZU going to go for it, doesn't quite get the power on it that they might have wanted. Connor trying for it here off the wall, does get saved. Play-Doh off the wall now. Dallas up for it. Dallas managing to get there right into Connor, though. Falling, beating Connor over onto the side of Deer Creek. This is Moore's chance. Dallas hitting that over Falling's head on accident. Dallas going to go ahead and regain control of this. Maybe try to go for a shot, but Play-Doh is going to go ahead and knock that out before anything can happen. Falling up for it. Falling does get there. Managed to get it. Such a nice slot goes for a 50-50 onto Play-Doh. Falling managing to beat Play-Doh in this 50 here and slots it. Hits that just right enough to slot that, going bar down into that net, getting more their first point.
It looked like Deer Creek wasn't really expecting for the ball to bounce that way, and that's kind of what happens on those 50s, but still more not being able to get the amount of possession time that they really want. Deer Creek being able to control a lot of this game, and it's probably why they're down so much on the scoreboard. Maybe this is something they need to reflect on as we start going into game 2 here, and be looking at exactly what they can change and what strengths that they can push on to help beat this Deer Creek offense.
Yeah, exactly. And as we're talking about just so much attack presence coming out from Deer Creek, a lot of the possession, probably at least 3 minutes of the possession, is sitting over on Moore's side. Moore just not able to really get control of this ball for very long.
Yeah, they're having a lot of really good clears and saves
Oh,
during
but
this.
there's the shot from Dallas. A nice demolition coming out, but it's just not enough. Play-Doh trying to air dribble that ball, but Dallas gets there first. Dallas, PZU managing to get that demolition on Dallas, but it just isn't enough. That will be the second goal. Only 45 seconds remaining, though. Moore going to have to keep up this attack.
Yeah, nice momentum coming back in from Moore. Still a very difficult game to win, but starting to keep that window open a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more.
A little bit more.
You see?
Yeah, that was awesome. You didn't do that on purpose?
No, I did not. But still, 30 seconds counting down here. Moore still down 2 points. Looking for maybe a bit of an opening, trying to get to just the opportunity to force overtime here. As Deer Creek still playing that possession game, time is a ticking.
Play-Doh into Dallas. Dallas winning that 50, though. Connor going to go over Dallas's head. Play-Doh going to try to take a shot on it. Doesn't quite get there. Connor going to go ahead and block that. Dallas ready for it. PZU going to take that 50, though, sending it over to the side. Play-Doh just trying to knock it down. Connor going to go ahead and go up and send that to the ground. Moore 2, Deer Creek 4. That will be the first game for Deer Creek of this best of 5. Like you said, though, a lot of the momentum from Deer Creek starting at the very beginning of that game. Moore started getting some momentum back in their favor. Just a lot of aggressiveness from Deer Creek. Most, again, of that possession time was on Moore's side. I was going to say at least 3 to 3.5 minutes of that game was probably spent on Moore's half of the field. So now it's just going to be, can Moore start getting some more aggressive possessions?
Yeah, just not being able to control the ball. Something that I noticed is really interesting on the stat board right now is Dallas and Falling, the two who scored for Moore, actually the only two who had shots on the Moore side, meaning they were shooting 100% from shots to goals there. Really incredible to see, as we have a little bit of a bug right here. I should say 1-0 Deer Creek with that 4-2 score right here. But that's more than fine. We just watched the game, so we know exactly what's happening. But yeah, Moore being able, there we go, Moore being able to actually have 100% of their shots go in during that series, but only having 2 shots throughout the 5 minutes. You can't have that and expect to win a game. Really good job on Deer Creek being able to keep that time of possession.
Yeah, for sure. Going to go ahead and get into the second game really quick. Possession starting on Deer Creek's side right now. Connor going to go ahead and get that out, though. Trying to make a shot. Hits that crossbar, though. PZU ready for it. Falling. Going to go ahead and take that save, though. Going to try to get possession back. Play-Doh going to get to the ball first. Ball staying on Moore's side. Rowdy going to try to follow this up, but does get shaken a little bit. Play-Doh going to hit that out. Rowdy going to get to it first, though. Dallas going to go ahead and take that ball. Going to start the possession, getting down on Deer Creek's side, but Play-Doh is going to take it back over Rowdy's head. Going to go ahead and follow up with the ball, take that big boost. 2 players over the ball. Dallas going to try to send that out. Doesn't quite get it, though. Falling, going to try to follow this ball. Rowdy in the middle, ready for it, but PZU going to go ahead and knock that one up, not let them have that chance. PZU going to go ahead and knock that out of the way.
Ooh, nice floater.
Dallas trying for it. Rowdy was ready for it, but unfortunately too many of Deer Creek's players just in the right position. PZU in the middle, going to try to take a long shot, doesn't quite get there. Rowdy able to take that save. Rowdy sitting it into the middle. Play-Doh unfortunately in the right position, though. Going to try to send that towards the net, but doesn't quite get the angle on it that they might have wanted. Dallas over the head of Connor. Play-Doh going to take control of that, but Falling ready for it. Play-Doh just trying to get the ball out. out of their half. But Falling right now doing a great job of just keeping it there. Ball now onto Moore's side. Dallas sending it out. PZU versus Dallas. Dallas is going to send that over to Deer Creek's side. Right now, ball just kind of sitting around the middle of the field. Connor getting a pinch towards that middle, but Falling was ready for it. Gets PZU and Plato keeping this ball over onto Deer Creek's side. Rowdy maybe looking for something to happen, but unfortunately, Connor just able to get there first. PZU sending that towards the middle, trying to get a bit of a slot. Rowdy ready for it though, but Plato in the middle to follow up on it. First goal scored 2 minutes into this game. Deer Creek 1-0.
Looking a little different than that first game did. 1 minute down in the first game, and Deer Creek was up 3-0. But if you're Moore and you're able to hold for 2 minutes without letting in a score, you're feeling a lot better in this game too. Just have to figure out how to control those offensive possessions and finish. They're doing a really good job of possessing the ball midfield and actually getting the cross on offensive possessions to Deer Creek, but not being able to get the ball in the goal.
Dallas with a nice flick from midfield. Does get saved though. PZU going to try to follow this up. Doesn't quite get the touch that they wanted. Falling, trying for it. Doesn't quite get there. Connor ready. Rowdy hits it away. Doesn't want them to have the chance. Two of Deer Creek's defenders is stuck. Connor trying for it. Dallas is going to take that save though. Play-Doh going to try for something again here. Does get it around. Falling, not ready for it. Play-Doh slotting another one in. 2-0. Deer Creek starting up these engines again.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there on the Moore defense, understanding who needed to actually go for the ball there. And Deer Creek able to capitalize on that mistake and make that opening, going up a smooth 2-0 here.
Yeah, right now Deer Creek revving it full throttle. Doing a lot of work in this game. Falling, going to take a demolition onto Play-Doh. Rowdy ready to retake possession though. Doesn't quite get the touch that they might have wanted. Falling, ready to clear that towards the middle. Play-Doh there though. PZU trying to make something happen from the middle. Dallas sending it out. Going to go ahead and follow up on it. Rowdy does get there though. Connor was going to try to follow up on that. PZU sending it towards the middle. No one for Deer Creek ready to follow up. Play-Doh just getting past it. Dallas trying to make something happen here. Rowdy in the middle, but the ball just not quite in the position that they expected it to be. Play-Doh going to get that flick under Rowdy. Play-Doh around Falling. Dallas, the final player here, going to go ahead and send that towards the middle. Rowdy getting a nice one over. Connor does hit that sidebar though. Doesn't quite get the shot, but a nice one from Rowdy. Rowdy going to go ahead and take the ball here. Connor challenging it, sending it over to Moore's side. Connor ready for it, doesn't get the double touch. Almost having that shot, but doesn't quite get there. Moore retaking possession here. Connor sending it back to Moore's side. PZU ready for it. Doesn't quite get there though.
And that timer's starting to become a factor, Jackson. We got 43 seconds left in the game. Still a 2-score gap between Deer Creek and Moore here.
Yeah, and like I said from game one, so much of the possession timer is just on Moore's half. Moore not really able to make anything happen with the rotations that Deer Creek is making right now. But Rowdy over Play-Doh's head. Play-Doh able to get a little bit of a touch on it to send that over to the corner. Also following up on it, Dallas over Play-Doh's head, going to follow up for it. Dallas versus Connor. Connor gets there first. Play-Doh going to go ahead and take control. Ready to slot that one in. Looks like that will just be the game for Deer Creek. Only 11 seconds remaining.
Yeah, with such little time, Moore had to try and make an offensive play there. It's just going to end up letting Play-Doh get that hat trick. Really cool to see from them being able to go into this game two. And as we start getting into game three, what do you think Moore exactly needs to do to try and turn the ship around?
Well, it's the same thing from game one, right? A lot of this ball possession timer, if we take the half of the field and split it between Deer Creek and Moore, I almost guarantee you that at least 60% of the timer of the ball placement is on Moore's half. I genuinely think the big thing that Deer Creek is doing right now that is hurting Moore is getting really good possessions and getting to the ball first. And that is what Moore needs to start focusing on, is do they want to play more defensively to try to stop the aggression from Deer Creek, thinking, hey, we can't get to the ball faster than them. We can't rotate faster than them. We need to play more defensively and just not let them have anything until they make the mistake. It's the same argument that we made with Putnam City a while back. Or is Moore going to try to force the aggressiveness even harder? As I say that, though, almost a nice shot to start this match from Falling. Does get sent out from the crossbar, though. The ball starting on Deer Creek's possession, but Deer Creek will quickly send that over to Moore's side. Plato up for it. Sends it down in the middle, but Dallas quickly there this time. Rowdy going up for this. PZU getting there first. PZU going to send that out, but Falling gets it over their head. Plato Falling still trying to keep possession of this ball, but Connor will get it quickly. Rowdy going to send it back over. Plato into Connor. Dallas going to try to get there first, but doesn't quite get to it. Connor over Falling's head too. That ball's going to go down into the middle, but PZU doesn't get there. Unfortunately, goes past that ball, doesn't get the shot. Connor going to keep that onto Deer Creek's side. PZU up. Plato up. Rowdy going to get that though. Connor ready for it. Rowdy almost taking another shot there. Plato up for it, but Falling gets there first. Rowdy keeping it onto Deer Creek's half, and there it is from Dallas. Moore starting off with a lot of possession on Deer Creek's side. It's just the pressure that you can get just by existing on their half of the field for most of this, and it did work out for them. So Moore actually starting off with a lead here, 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, something I'm noticing that's different from the first two games is more when they hit these clears, they were kind of struggling to get the possession and carry it over to the other side of the field. Now they're clearing so far where it immediately checks at the Deer Creek goal, which is fantastic, like we're seeing right here, PZU intercepting that as it goes back towards Deer Creek possession. Moore trying to get it back together, going back over to Deer Creek's side. We see Dallas here running up the corner, looking for the setup for the goal, the floater. Looking for Rowdy. Oh, a nice little pass play there, but Deer Creek was all over it.
Still keeping some good possession on Deer Creek's side, though. Just keeping the ball out of their half. PZU up. PZU going to send that over to that corner. Is Dallas going to be able to flip back? Dallas gets to it, but Connor ready for it. Dallas going to regain. Plato trying, but Dallas and Falling going to double on that. Rowdy up. Doesn't quite get there. Falling going to try, but just too far into that corner. Dallas going to keep the ball on Deer Creek's side. PZU trying to make something happen there. Doesn't quite get to it. Connor sending that out. Ball almost going into their net. Good shot there from Connor.
Big drive by Plato. The tip up by Connor into the floater.
PZU Rowdy 50-50 up into the air. Falling. Going to regain control. Plato quickly there. Dallas into Rowdy, but Rowdy can't get there in time. PZU going to send that to their half. Plato going to try to strike that ball in. Connor, no defenders left for Deer Creek. That ball floating over to Moore's side. Can they follow up? Not enough time. Plato just gets there first. Falling sends it over to Rowdy. Doesn't quite get there fast enough.
Double demo.
Double demo, yeah. On to Dallas and Falling. Another one. They're out for blood right now.
We got to let them play the game.
PZU up into the air. Plato going to take it. Not enough boost left to make anything happen. Connor recognizes it, tries for it. PZU tries to go over Falling's head. Falling able to tip that up into the air, though. Sends that towards the middle, right into PZU. Rowdy trying to bump him away. Almost
save.
A nice shot on the side of Deer Creek.
A great tip by Dallas.
Nice save. PZU up for it, going to try to make something happen. Doesn't quite get there. Dallas sending that one away. Rowdy up into the air. Plato up for it. Can Falling get there? Falling doesn't quite get there. Rowdy was ready for it. The ball just doesn't get sent in. PZU finally managing to get that ball slotted into the net. Moore doing a great job of just keeping the ball out of the net, but unfortunately, as you saw, Rowdy double committing onto that ball with Falling. Neither of them quite getting to it. PZU taking the opportunity to go ahead and slot that in, putting this game tied up 1-1 with a minute left in this game.
Yeah, a couple of mishits on every side. Oh, the crossbar. But PZU with the reach
That's not what you want to see. Just an unfortunate kickoff from Moore. Dallas and Play-Doh locking that in the middle, but PZU was just there faster. Falling was able to tip it out, but PZU in the right position to just follow up on it.
Yeah, PZU with great patience there on the final shot, being able to wait on the bounce of the crossbar. A really great opportunity, and jumped on perfectly by Deer Creek to be able to take this 2-1 lead. And now we're looking at match point for them.
Yeah, Rowdy going to try to send it over. Doesn't quite get there. 45 seconds left for Moore to make a goal. They need one if they want to stay in the series right now. Play-Doh trying to make something happen. PZU over the ball. No defenders left for the side of Deer Creek. This is their opportunity.
Oh!
It is going to get tipped by. There it is, falling. Ready to follow up for it. Deer Creek getting a little greedy on that aggression. Not having defenders back. Play-Doh tried to get the save. You saw Play-Doh tip it up into the crossbar. Was about to go out, but Falling was ready to slot that back in. 32 seconds remaining in this match. Tie game. Moore needs this one right here, right now.
Moore doing a great job of being able to follow up their goal and that drive there. But again, Deer Creek showed it in Game 1 and in Game 3. Their strike ability is so fast, being able to flip this game on its head. Really got to be worried about every second on the clock if you're a Moore fan with Play-Doh on this floating dribble. Looking for it almost all the
does
way.
get sent out. They were ready for it. This is a perfect opportunity. PZU does send it over, though. Only 1 second remaining. This ball's going to have to remain in the air, but it does get sent to the ground. Our second overtime of the season.
Man, and I got to say, Play-Doh has been playing fantastic this entire series. Had the hat trick in Game 2, almost the full floater dribble as, oh my gosh, already back on the pressure for Deer Creek. Moore stuck in their own end zone, looking to clear it out. The rotation's not coming quite in. Connor MG deciding to get it back to Play-Doh, looking for these safe rotations, trying to get a nice little offensive play set up here, while Moore is still kind of scrambling, looking to get their possession back.
Right now, that's two players. The ball heading towards the side of Deer Creek, but Play-Doh was ready for it. Rowdy trying to make something happen. Doesn't quite get there, though. Falling able to take possession of that ball to keep that over onto Deer Creek's side. Doesn't quite get the slot in, though. Connor MG going to go ahead and take possession of this ball. Doesn't have any boost left. Isn't able to do anything. Over Dallas's head into Play-Doh. Play-Doh able to slot it off the right side. Able to get that in the overtime. Nice final slot in from Play-Doh.
And I believe Play-Doh realized everything that happened, left the match immediately. Oh my goodness, what a showing from Play-Doh and Deer Creek High School, being able to take that 3-0 win. Moore made it close, especially in that Game 3. Sadly, we don't get to see Play-Doh's stats
Amazing
in that last one.
2v3 from Deer Creek. Holy, they're just that good, I guess. But Deer Creek was, I think, coming in as the second seed this time. Should put them in at that first seed depending on how that other game goes. But Deer Creek doing a great job with those rotations, as we've seen some great aggression coming out from them. Just the usual Deer Creek style that we are used to. You know, I think the teams that are playing against this Deer Creek offense just has to look for those mistakes because they are there. They just have to play those defensives a little bit more, knowing that Deer Creek just has a little bit more speed in those games.
Yeah, Deer Creek gets back in the win column for today, and as Moore High School will fall to 3-3, 500 on the season. Still definitely in it, being able to make the online playoffs. And did a lot of good things today. It was a 3-0, but the score doesn't reflect how close some of those games were, especially Game 3 there. I feel like if they came out a little bit faster out of the gates, maybe learn some more things from Games 1 and 2, they'll be able to be right there with that elite Deer Creek offense. And Play-Doh, who was balling out today. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That was incredible to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, everybody, for checking out our match in Rocket League between Deer Creek and Moore. We will see you guys tomorrow.